Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Brothers-in-law. And here on this channel, we discuss police-involved incidents that occur around the country, and we give our analysis on the actions of those police officers to see if their actions are what a reasonable officer would do. We also look at the actions of the citizens to see if they have followed our acronym of CALM, which stands for comply, answer questions, listen, and move on. Would their situation have turned out differently? Now, you may agree or disagree with us, but it's our hope by the end of the video that you get a better understanding of how these incidents unfold. So if you're new to our channel, I was a Virginia State Trooper for 7 years, and I'm a retired Navy Chief Petty Officer. And my co-host tonight is Mr. Michael Bradley. What's up, Doc?
Ain't nothing. It's good to be back. Good to churn out another show here. We got a good one lined up for you. Some very interesting talking points. I'm Mike Bradley. I'm retired police officer in Northern California, 26 years, and also 6-year Army veteran. And it's good to be back. Hope we wait for our viewers to come on here, waiting for them to show up a little bit. But we got a good one and some interesting things. Another DUI, we're going to talk about. And you know what, Corey, this time I kind of want to hear what our audience is going to say in this type of situation. What would they do in this type of situation? Or what should they expect an officer to do in this type of situation? But we're going to get into it.
Yeah, that's some good questions there, because each call you go on is always unique within itself. I mean, there's no two stops that are always going to be the same, right? And these two here that we're going to talk about are just like that. Now, there are different police departments, but it's never the same. It's not that that groundhog effect where wake up today and it's the same thing. Got to go get Mrs. Smith's cat out of the tree. Little Timmy ran away from home again. We got to go behind the school where he likes to hide and go get him and bring him back home. No, it doesn't work that way. And so, and tonight, we'll break it down, like you said, and we'll get to talking about them. This one is entitled, a man found asleep behind the wheel and goes berserk. Now, what's going to cause him to go berserk? Why does he act that way? Does he have mental health issues? These are the kind of things the officers.
Oh, you're going to see all of that in this video.
Yeah. But before we get in there, like always, if you're new to that channel, please, again, go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe button to us. Also, too, it's the holiday season. Please help us support our channel by going to our merch shop at brothersinlaw.myspreadshop.com and pick up your nice little t-shirt, Brothers-in-Law. Mike's got a nice little hoodie on with the acronym of CALM, which stands comply, answer questions, listen, and move on the front. And you can personalize it too as well, with the different pictures and things that we have on there for you. So please head on over to the merch shop and get you a t-shirt today to help support our channel. Without further ado, Mike, we'll go ahead and hit that and get it rolling.
All right. Hey, Goat, I see you on here.
Hey, what up, baby? This ain't Arkansas tonight, bro.
We're going to start this October 22nd, 2023. All right. Now, we'll stop it incrementally throughout the video because I want to hear and I want to ask our viewers what we should be thinking about as officers in this type of call. So here we go.
Hold on, Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
All right.
On October 22nd, 2023, an officer was dispatched to check on a male reported to be asleep behind the wheel in Normal, Illinois.
Hey, sir? 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 Hey, sir. Doing a get rescue out here. Hey, sir. It's the police. Is he breathing? Yeah, he's breathing. Hey, sir. Hey, sir. Sir.
We're gonna stop it right there. We're gonna stop it right there for a minute. Because I got some points I want to talk about. Okay, viewers, you get this call. This is a guy sleeping behind the wheel, right? You come up on him. This is what you got. He's not waking up. Is that reasonable? Is that unreasonable? Does he have some? And what's going on in my mind as an officer is there something wrong with him? Is he having some kind of medical issue here, or is he DUI? You know, the first thing I'm probably going to think is he might have had a little bit too much to drink, or he might be high on something, passed out behind the wheel. It's not common for people to be passed out behind the wheel and not be able to wake up when an officer comes with the light in your face, right, Corey? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what you should be thinking about as an officer. So right out the gate, if it's a DUI, I know that I'm probably going to have to do a DUI investigation or do whatever I'm going to do to handle that situation. So I'm not going to just say, okay, you're awake now. We just came to check on you and we'll see you later. Bye. It's not going to be like that. I'm going to have a whole lot of extra things I'm going to have to look for now because of what I've seen up to this point. What say you, Corey?
No, that's you're 100% correct. I mean, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get him aroused, and why I'm trying to wake him up and get his attention. You know, I'm smelling him to see if I can smell a sense of alcohol exiting his person, and that's going to tell me a little bit what I need to know. Or, you know, I got to start thinking now: is this some type of medical emergency? Right.
Right.
You know, you'll hear in a second here if he's, you know, checking to make sure he's breathing. Now, this initially started out as just, you know, call for service, man passed out behind the wheel. Right. It's a frequent call. You could call it a common call if you want that
Sure.
we would often get. And we are obligated to go and look at these, or I should say, investigate these calls for services. And this is what these officers are doing, and this is what they roll up on. So, you know, initially, before I go up there, you know, that's the one or two things I'm thinking about first. First, you know, is the guy conscious, breathing? Did he have a heart attack, some type of medical emergency? Or two, is he drunk? So those are the two things I'm automatically thinking when I roll up on a scene like this.
Yeah, we definitely on the same page right there. That's exactly what would be in my mind. Here we go.
How's it going, man? How's it going? What you doing out here? You doing good, man? What you doing out here, man? You good? Feel me shaking you a little bit? Yeah, let's get rescue. Hey, man, I need you to start responding to me so I know you're all good. You doing good, man?
I mean, look how he's staring at him.
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. What's up? Hey, partner. How's it going? Hey.
Okay. What up to this point, Corey? What you thinking?
Well, you know, that look that he gave him, that would have just, all right, hold on, here we go. You know, the disoriented look. He's confused. He's just, you know, coming around trying to get his thoughts together, and he sees this officer standing there. I don't know what he's thinking. I can't get inside his head to know what he's thinking at that moment, but he's definitely not in the right frame of mind.
No. He exits the car aggressively. Like you said, he seems like he's trying to get his thoughts together. He's not really, you don't know if he's comprehending what you're saying. So at this
Right.
point, we can't just let him go. We have to see what's going on here. We have to see what's going on with this guy. At this point, as an officer, I'm thinking, okay, this might be DUI or drugs. You know, so that's what I'm thinking. Or another thing, it could be a diabetic reaction, maybe. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I have to find out. I have to investigate. So we're not going to just let you walk away. We got to investigate to make sure you are okay to drive a car and go on your own.
All right, you know what would our viewers' thoughts would be now? Okay, you rode up on this individual like this. You're starting to assess what's going on. Then all of a sudden he gets out of the car. Now what are you thinking?
Yeah.
Are you thinking, oh shoot, I might have to get ready to go hands on, or I might have to tase this guy, or what are you thinking right now? Or are you just, hey, he's not going to get back in the car at this point, so you don't even think about asking him to do that. Now what are you going to do? You're here.
Right.
You're the officer on call right now. What do you do, viewers? What do you do at this point? Go. What are you thinking?
Yeah.
Love to hear what you guys think.
What do you expect officers to do in this position? They're called here for call for service of a guy initially reported as passed out behind the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, I would ask our viewers, the way things are going now, is it okay to just walk away? What do our viewers think? What would you expect this officer to do? As an officer, I could tell you I wouldn't walk away. I got to continue investigation.
Right, you can't. You took the words right out of my mouth. You can't do that now. I mean, you go, oh yeah, he's fine. All right, we're gonna go. Dispatch, we're 10-4. He's whatever. He's alert. He's moving around. But no, you can't do that. Right, and now he's in this aggressive manner. You really can't leave, right? Because if he's aggressive towards you, what is he going to be to the next person he encounters?
Exactly. You have to do your due diligence as an officer to make sure he is okay to drive. Okay. So you can't just walk away, because what you've seen up to this point, there are a lot of red flags. There's possible DUI or medical. We have to figure out one or the other. We were called here. We got to handle this call sufficiently. Okay. We can't be afraid to keep people in place. Detain people and do what they need to do. You know what I'm saying? So you got to handle this call. You can't just let him walk away at this point.
Right.
So let's keep going.
And well, let me say what to Goat's point. He made a good comment. Best thing to do is to clear him medically and see what they say. Yeah, and because you just heard that they had already started rescue, that's always going to be an automatic call, if you will, especially when you have a call, somebody being passed out behind the wheel. Your initial first thought, like we said, is a possible medical emergency. Then second, DUI. Now, can you still charge him with DUI? I mean, is the car running? Is the key in the ignition? You can look at all those things. But me personally, I probably would just get him for drunk in public.
Yeah, me too. I mean, you're right. You can go DUI if you can articulate that it was more likely than not that he was driving where he is. Like you said, Corey, cars running, keys in the ignition, he's sitting in the driver's seat. You know what I'm saying? Those are enough details to articulate why he was DUI, why you think he was DUI. So, you can go DUI at that point, but this is part of the investigation. This is what you want your officers to do.
Yeah, this is exactly what you want your officers to do. This is what you expect them to do, because if they just walk away and he gets in the car and drives off and gets into a wreck and kills somebody, then you're going to have a whole, well, he should have done it. Well, this is what we pay them to do.
Right. Due diligence, folks. Let's keep going.
Hey, don't grab me, nigga. What are you doing? What you grab me from? Don't be walking up on me. me like that?
Well, I woke up on you.
Walking up on me
What are you
like
doing,
that?
man? We got called.
Yeah.
Just checking, make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he a bitch.
Someone just checking on
He
you,
a
man.
bitch.
Oh, you just hit me. There it is. You just hit me. You're done. You just punched me in the face, man.
I'll punch you in the face.
We're going down to the ground, right, man? Hey. Okay, roll over, man. Roll over.
Okay, I want to rewind that a little bit because he said he punched him in the face. Let me see that again. Let me see. Let's see that
I'm feeling
again.
good, man. I'm feeling good. What's up? Hey, Parks.
Excuse me.
What's up, man?
Nigga.
How's it going?
Nigga.
Hey,
All
what's
that
going on,
bitch
man?
ass shit,
Hey,
nigga. Don't grab me, nigga.
Hey,
What are you?
don't-
You grab me from,
Don't be
nigga.
walking up on me like that.
I woke up
Don't
on
be
you.
walking up
What
on
are
me
you
like
doing,
that.
man? We got called.
Yeah.
Just checking, make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he a bitch.
Someone just checking on
He
you,
a
man.
bitch.
Oh, you just hit me. There it is.
I think when he extended his arm out that time, Corey,
Mhm.
he must have hit the officer in the face. Now, whether
Yeah.
he intended on hitting that officer in the face, I don't know. But it looks
Now,
like
it didn't look intentional, but
No.
nonetheless, you shouldn't be doing that.
right, and it was
you
enough
did
to
make
say, yeah.
right.
I just wanted to point that out. Let's go.
You just hit me. You're done. You just punched me in the face, man.
I'll punch you in the face.
We're going down to the ground, right, man? Hey. Okay, roll over, man. Roll over. Roll over.
Nothing. I ain't do nothing.
Roll over.
I ain't do nothing.
Roll over.
Hey, bro, what you doing, bro?
Hey, roll over, man.
That looks like the officer's body camera that fell off right
yeah.
there. The other
Yeah.
officer.
Okay.
All y'all bitch asses do. So, for an attorney,
Hey,
nigga. Y'all,
hey.
what you doing, bro? What I do? What I do, bro?
You're past the wheel. You popped up,
Hey, what I do, bro?
started walking up on me, then you hit me in the face.
You say what?
It's like he understood everything else but that.
Right.
Put your other arm behind your back now.
Put your other arm behind your
I
back.
don't want to do it. Put your arm behind your back now.
Put it in cuffs. Got it.
What's your name, bro? Officer Parks. Normal PD. What's your name? Don't worry, man. Okay, we'll figure it out. What are y'all doing in the room?
This freaking wrist.
What are y'all doing there?
Because you walked up on us. You punched me in the face.
I punched you in the face.
Yes, sir.
I
I think I'm
punched you in
fit.
the face. Is there a camera behind that?
Yes, sir.
Y'all finna get sued on my days.
Okay.
Y'all finna get sued like crazy. And y'all, like, and
I got
y'all
this
my arm? Y'all drove my arm? Y'all drove my arm, right?
What's up, sir?
Y'all drove my arm, right?
I don't know what that means.
Is he saying they broke his arm? What is he saying?
Yeah, I didn't understand what he was saying.
Y'all finna get sued like a motherfucker. Y'all finna get fined. All y'all dumbass. Wait, boy.
Step four.
691 has one custody.
I gotta double lock it.
Y'all leaning on me? Y'all leaning on me?
Yeah.
Y'all leaning on me? Y'all leaning on me?
No, we're not leaning on you,
Leaning
man.
on me?
We're making sure the handcuffs are double locked, all right, man?
Don't worry about it. Look, don't worry about it. Give me up. Give me up.
Pull your pants up.
It don't matter about that. No, man. I don't want your pants being up.
That great box is there to cover up the crack of his behind.
Yeah.
I got
Just in
it.
case our viewers were wondering.
That's under him. 30.
You gonna get sued. And whoever's coming here.
All right, let's pause for a minute.
Yeah.
You know, at this point, I think these officers did what was necessary. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he intentionally tried to punch the officer. I think in the matter of him extending his hand out in that officer's face, he hit that officer that way. Okay.
Mhm.
But nonetheless, Corey, like you say, this is a situation where these officers have to get that under control really quick, really fast. Okay, and they did what they had to do. What do you say?
Well, he was. I mean, he was aggressive, and then making those hand gestures and things of that nature, and not me. I don't think he meant to do that. Honestly, like you said, but nonetheless, he still did it and hit the officer. Now, we have another charge of assault on a law enforcement, and you just can't do that. I, the language he's using and saying he's going to sue them now. Um, it's uncalled for. It's unfortunate that this had to happen to the young man. Had he just, but there's no way he could have followed the acronym of CALM if you're under the influence of alcohol or some type of drug. You're just not going to follow any instruction. Now there are the good drunks out there who are very cooperative with you doing these type of things, but this guy's he's not that one. He's very aggressive, and he just made that little hand gesture and made contact with the officer, and they're just doing what they need to do.
Yeah, Anthony White says he accidentally touched the officer's face, but I guess that's still something. Yeah, we don't know if it was a touch or a hit, or we don't know how hard it was. I don't think it was very hard because he didn't look like he wound up to try to intentionally punch that officer in the face. But whatever he did was enough that these officers felt that, okay, that's assault on an officer, and they took action. But absent that, Corey, let's say if he didn't take action on him hitting him in the face or brushing him in the face or whatever he did, do you think this guy would have done a field sobriety examination? Probably not. As aggressive as this guy was, you know what I'm saying? You would have had to get him under control physically at some point anyway, okay? Because he was not going to go with the program. He came out of that car aggressive. Right out the bat, he was F you and whatever, vulgar stuff.
N-word this, N-word that.
Yeah. So he was clearly aggressive to a point where these officers should have felt threatened by some degree to where they should have had to get him physically under control really fast.
Yeah, I had he not done that, I don't know how much it would have changed the whole situation. They probably would have eventually, like you said, would have had to have gone hands-on with him. Would he still end up going to jail for DUI or drunken public? Probably so.
Yeah,
probably so. That was probably inevitable. It was going to happen. They now maybe not though. Had he been cooperative with them from the jump and never got out the car, it might have been different.
Might have been.
I can tell you, there's times things like that, something similar of this stop here happened to me. The guy was there. All right, man, going in the house. I see you come out that house, or I can drive by here again. I see that car gone. I'm coming back with a warrant. And now I'm probably, hey, Troop, I'm good. I'm going in here. I'm going to bed, and that's it. I ain't coming out. No, okay, good to go. Who knows what could have happened? I mean, you don't know the type of officer you get. I still could have arrested the guy for drunk in public. Trying to get a DUI like that, yes, you can. You just have to be able to articulate that with some wickets, if you will, that have to be in line with that. Like we said earlier, Mike, the car's running, the ignition is still in the key, you're in the driver's seat. Probably, what would help better if you sit in there with the seatbelt still on, things of that nature. You can still get a DUI like that. I've gotten DUIs like that when people pull off on the side of the road on the interstate. but the car's still running and keys still hold, shooting shebang, right? So, it could end out differently with just him just having a DUI or the drunken public and not the assault on the law enforcement. So it's unfortunate though.
Yeah, I mean, and Anthony is right. I think it was unintentional. I think it was kind of weak to charge him with assault or arrest him for that part of his arrest. But at the same time, you got to understand stuff like public intoxication, DUI. Well, DUI is clear. You got to arrest people for DUI. If they're driving under the influence of alcohol, you got to arrest them, period. Okay. But public intoxication is used also to prevent any further crimes from happening. Okay. Public intoxication is illegal. You can't be intoxicated in public to a point where you can't care for yourself.
Right.
Okay. That's what basically what the elements of public intoxication is for. Okay. And what that could look like is somebody could be intoxicated and they can be trying to fight somebody. Well, you trying to fight somebody clearly shows that you are unable to care for yourself. You can get arrested for that. Okay. I have arrested people for that reason because I know they're publicly intoxicated and they are displaying behavior that either they're going to get into some trouble or they're going to hurt somebody else or they're going to start some fights with somebody or whatever it may be, or they might get into a car. Okay. So I'll arrest them for public intoxication to prevent stuff like that from happening in the future. So I don't have to come back. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. You don't have to come back. And I mean, a lot of guys would do that too, versus writing you for the DUI, or write you for drunken public. It's a lesser offense and it's lesser paperwork. And I don't have to take you down to the precinct.
Right.
I can release you, on a summons. So it does have some benefits to it, if you will, versus if you had to get one or the other, you're probably more likely want the drunken public versus the DUI any day. Because now the average cost of a DUI is roughly about $3,500 to $5,000, I think it is now. So you just take it. They decide to give you a drunken public. We call it a dip. Just take that and roll on. Don't make the situation worse than what it already is. People don't realize you act different when you're intoxicated, right? You're not in your right frame of mind, and then you could say to, oh well, they woke him up out of it. He was sleeping, he wasn't bothering nobody. Well, no, he wasn't bothering anybody, but it doesn't look good when somebody's just sitting in the car behind the wheel. We don't know if it's a medical emergency. You
don't know. Plus, we can't let you be DUI. We don't know if you're going to try to take off on us, or if a citizen doesn't know if you all of a sudden going to start that car up and start driving away. You might be intoxicated. So at that point,
if somebody called like that, I mean, would that person be considered a Karen because you called the police because it was a big black guy sitting, in the parking lot asleep?
Some people will say that. Me personally, if it looks suspicious and looks like it needs to be checked out, that's common sense to me. I mean, if I see somebody passed out behind the wheel, I'm going to think, are they DUI or what? Should I call the cops to have them check them out? It's no big deal. I wouldn't have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying?
Now, would you recommend that citizens, go up and knock on the window themselves? And we can say, well, why didn't the caller just go and check on them, herself versus call the cops on them?
Well, look at it this way. What if that caller did go check on it himself and he responded to that caller the way he responded to those officers? You could have something worse going on there.
Yep.
Or what if the caller goes up and tries to get his attention and wake him up and he doesn't wake up? Well, now the caller has even more case to call somebody to say,
Yeah,
hey,
but
this
then
guy
they
needs
had called the right, and okay, well then they're gonna say, well, we should just call the 911 for medical, not police in this case.
Yeah, well, you could, but a lot of the places when you dial 911, it goes to a dispatcher,
You're right.
and it might be a medical call, but that doesn't mean that police can't respond if they hear something suspicious and feel they may need to respond. There are a lot of times we got medical calls and we got dispatched to medical calls because of something like this. It could be a DUI. So it might be a guy passed out or asleep behind the wheel, but he could be DUI too. Let's go ahead and have the police there. You know what I'm saying? To make sure he ain't DUI. Here's another question, though, Corey. What if this guy has some pre-existing medical condition? Okay. And by overexerting himself or us being on top of him, trying to handcuff him, he has a heart attack and dies. You know what I'm saying? The way things are going now, they'll look at us and say, well, you guys were trying to put excessive force on him, which caused him to have a heart attack. You got to worry about stuff like that now.
Yeah, you do, and it's sad that you have to, but now oftentimes when you went on calls like that, Mike, did you guys normally get there before rescue, or you got there usually about the same time?
Yeah, it depends, but I would say most of the time we got there before rescue because we were already either in the area or driving a patrol car is a lot quicker than driving a truck.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So I would say we got there first usually.
Yeah.
And when you get there first, something like this, naturally you are obligated to check on this guy's welfare at minimum.
Yeah. And a lot of times it depends on, because like I said, we patrol 3 cities, so I could be 2 cities over, and it takes me almost 20 minutes to get to the other side, and that's running cold. Uh, and a lot of times, rescue would be there before me, and they would just say, "Hey, troop, we think he might be drunk. We got him out. He's checked out okay, but he's standing over there." And I start my investigation, from that point. But I would always get that guy who pulled him out of the seat and subpoenaed them to court to testify that they pulled him out of the driver's seat. But that's another whole topic there to itself. But they would get there sometimes before we did. So uh, yeah, they've tried to get froggy with the fire and rescue guys too, and then you got to come and automatically get them detained. Now at this point, he is detained. They just said they got him in custody. He is detained at this point. He is not under arrest yet. But I think it's far fetched for them to say that he hit him in the face. I'd like to have known what the outcome of this was in court.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet the assault, once the DA's had a chance to see, he'll probably plead to the drunken public or the DUI, and this part of it, the little assault and only law enforcement would get dismissed. I'm willing to bet, based on what I've seen happen here in the area here, and even cases that I had before. That's probably what would happen here. But I'd be curious to see the outcome of this, though.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see. I think the charge of assaulting an officer was kind of weak. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. But I'm not the DA looking at the body camera, deciding whether or not to charge somebody of it. But like you say, I'd be curious to know what happened. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it going.
Here, I'm gonna put up some
right there.
me.
Look, see what we doing?
Do you have anything on you, sir? Heard of?
Record this. Record this.
That's all
Record
recorded, man.
this.
That's the law.
Record this. Record this. Record this. Record this. Record this. Oh, my mama.
Like I said, man, we just came here to check on you, making sure you're all
I'm
good.
good, bro. I'm good. You think it's your dumb ass fine. You dumb. Listen to these dumb
All right,
assholes.
throw them over to me.
I'm very dumb. You a dumb. So you gotta be a bald head, stupid motherfucker. You a dumb.
All right, man. We're gonna get you up now, okay?
Put your knees in. Straighten your legs.
Yep. You're gonna stay on your side.
What I am. Straighten your legs. I am. Straighten your legs. What I am. Bend your legs. I ain't doing shit.
Bend your legs, man.
Bend your legs so you can
Come on.
sit up. I'm not doing none of that. What I am. What I am.
Okay.
What I am. What I am.
I don't know what that means, man. You're gonna
What
bend your
I
legs.
am. Sit up. What
Sit
are y'all
up.
doing?
We're gonna sit
What
you
are y'all
up.
doing? What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? I'm not doing none of that shit. Get the fuck off.
Okay. We're gonna put him in the back. Who has a cage?
For real, bro? For real, bro?
All right, he's going in the back.
I ain't did shit, bro. Y'all finish out, dumbass. Ooh. Plenty of money. Come on, y'all some stupid fuck. I ain't
Searching again now that he's up.
Search me do all that. Yo, that damn career is over with. Nigga. Oh, my mama it is. What's her name? What's her name? Armstrong. Okay, what's her name? What's her name?
Officer Kosenesky, now sit in the car for me, man. Watch your head.
I'm not resisting.
I know. Sit in
Your
the car.
job is over with, stupid.
Sit in the car.
Your job is over with.
Sit in the car. Sit in the car.
Your job is over with. You don't.
Sit in the car.
I'm not resisting. What you doing all that for? Your job's still
Pushing on
done.
us, man.
Your job's still done, you dumb bitch. You dumb bitch. What you doing? I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting. Your job is done. Both of y'all bitch ass.
Hang tight for me, man. What the hell? Yeah, sleep. Yeah, he was dead asleep. I was shaking him.
Does he still need to be checked out by rescue?
No. Yeah, he was unconscious the whole time.
I don't know.
Yeah, his breath reeks of alcohol.
He's intoxicated?
Yeah.
He doesn't need to be checked out by them at all?
I would no.
Hey, Carl, do you want to talk to me or no? Alright, I rated that one. We're not going to give him a break if he's 5'5".
Okay.
He's going to go down for it. It sounds like he wants to do RTR.
Okay.
With all the observations you told me, I think that's plenty.
Yeah, I was gonna say alcohol, staggering, passed out at the wheel. Literally, I think it was like 5 minutes before he woke up.
Yeah, DUI is good. They definitely got a DUI part.
Yeah.
Yep, 100%.
We're not going to go roaming around to piss off the nurses down there.
Yep. So we're just
We'll go to police department. There's plenty of officers there.
Okay.
Bring him in. You can ask if he wants to be stated by field sobriety tested. You can tell him your occupations if you want.
Okay.
If he wants to refuse, he can refuse.
Alrighty.
No, I already know what that is.
Well, we're gonna go to the normal police department first, man.
Take you to jail. That's what you got to do.
At this point, very professional by the officers. They are restrained, or they restrain in the doing anything stupid.
Oh yeah, I think they handled this very well. Obviously, if they didn't, we definitely say something about it. They're very professional.
Yeah.
And I think they made the right charge. Definitely DUI for sure. Like I said, I doubt that little punch will stick in court. That portion of it will probably get dismissed. But you know, all in all, I think it was a good stop, if you will, or a call for service.
Yeah.
69123 ending 2.3. All right, man. So we're gonna get you out.
Okay, they make it to the station here.
Yep. Hopefully not. All right, man. What?
I can step out, or are you gonna grab me?
Nope, I don't want to have to grab you, man. Like I said, we're just gonna walk in there.
It don't matter. All y'all being already. It don't matter.
Like I said, man, if you're cool with us, we want to be cool with you.
It don't matter. You sick and smooth. It don't matter. You
All right, and that's your choice, man. That's your choice. Alrighty. So I'm gonna get you out of the seat. All right.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Alrighty. 1 second. All right, I'm gonna have you hop out, man. All right, and then we're gonna go inside those doors there. All right.
I don't want to hop out. I want you to grab me.
I don't want him to grab you, man.
I don't want to hop out. I want to hurt myself. I want you to grab me and like get me out.
Nah, he doing too much now.
It's on you.
I don't
I don't want to hop out though. I'm not hopping out.
All right, so we'll grab your legs first, right, then, man?
Whatever you want to do.
All right. So, yeah. All right. We're gonna go do this first.
Okay. So don't grab me too hard now.
Yeah, we're not trying to, man. You're making it more difficult than it has to be.
I'm not making shit, nigga. Y'all lose y'all job. Appreciate it.
All right, let's go, man. Watch the step, right?
Yeah, please, boy. Hey, ball head, everybody. Please, what that said. You said you ball head, but y'all, you legs. You legs.
Yep. We're gonna go in here, man.
I'm so glad y'all did this shit.
We're just gonna put him right under the bench. Sit down for me. Are you willing to perform the Sandfield sobriety test?
Everything.
You want to perform it?
No, I'm not performing shit. But
You don't want to perform the SFSTs?
I'm not performing anything. Y'all all gonna get fired.
Like I said, man, totally your choice. All right. I offer it to everyone. All right.
Y'all all gonna get fired. I'm not doing no sobriety test. I'm not doing none of that shit.
All right.
Hurry up.
Like I said, this is a process, man. We got to wait a little bit. I got to fill out all this paperwork. All right.
Y'all figured the biggest lawsuit on my mama in like years. You dumb fucks. The whole piece of what y'all did was unconstitutional.
As of right now, I'm offering you the opportunity to provide a breath sample, kind of clear all this stuff up. Is that something you'd be willing to do?
No,
You don't want to provide a breath sample?
I don't do none of that.
Not surprising.
And it's
Right, because you know.
Justifiable.
okay.
And here's the interesting thing about that here in Virginia, Mike. Oh,
You're going to refuse to provide a breath sample?
Yes, y'all.
So here's an interesting thing about that here in the great state of VA. You refuse. That machine right there is the intoxilizer machine. The black tube there you see is what you breathe in. So this part right here is what we call the observation period. It's a 20-minute period, cool down period, if you will. We give you an extra 20 minutes to see if your levels are going to come down. And and when we do that, while we're doing that, you know, you're doing your paperwork or whatnot, and you ask them, hey, are you willing to provide a breath sample? You tell me no. I'm only going to ask you twice. That was my thing. I asked you twice. And then after that is done, it makes our job a lot easier because there's really no other paperwork we really have to fill out other than the refusal. And pretty much when you refuse, it's almost like you're saying you're guilty of it, right? Attorneys know this, right? On a refusal, they know it, and it's easy, and we don't have to testify because you refused it. So you're pretty much saying, "Well, I was drunk. That's why I ain't doing it." Right, and judges know that. Oh, you refuse. You must have been intoxicated then. So you know it's not a good idea to refuse it.
No, it's not. I mean, can you refuse it? Well, technically, yeah. But in California, you're required when you get your license, you actually are required to submit a chemical test for alcohol if you get arrested for DUI during the DUI investigation. So if you refuse, you're going to automatically have consequences with the Department of Motor Vehicle right out the gate. You know, your license is going to get suspended. You're going to probably have some fines or something through DMV that they will assess. And that's got nothing to do with the criminal part of DUI through the courts. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's completely separate. So, you know, it's not a good idea to refuse. Well, we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, it's not, and now again, that's going to be, you know, state to state on how they handle refusal. So I would definitely make sure you check with your state's laws to see what it happens to you if you refuse the breathalyzer for your state. like I say, here in Virginia, it you is pretty much saying if you an admission of guilt is pretty much what you're saying. Yeah, I was drunk, but I ain't taking your test. All right, that's all fine and dandy. Like I say, I usually ask them 2 times. The second time you tell me no, that's it. And then you get a mic, they come back and they're like, "Oh no, I'll do it. No, that's it.
Nope,
That's the
too
wrap.
late.
You had your opportunity. I'm not
Yeah.
sitting here playing this game with you. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm
Right.
not sitting here trying to play this game with you. I get off in a couple hours, and this is gonna take me to the end of the shift to get this done. I'm not gonna play with you. No, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I know. Let's go. We're gonna sit in front of the magistrate now, see if you can get out on bond. But you're not going anywhere till you sober up anyway. But your license is suspended here in Virginia on the 7 days automatically. Once you get booked in, and I'll take your driver's license and I'll turn it into the courts, and then they'll do what they're gonna do with it. But yeah, this is it. What do you think? You like this video? Leave us a comment down below whether or not these officers acted as reasonable officers. And this the citizen here, what do you think about his behavior? Him going berserk like that, was it necessary? Let us know what you think. Drop a comment down below. Mike, you got time to show that second one?
We can if you want to hook it up. But he was arrested for, as you see here, felony aggravated assault, aggravated battery, DUI, resisting obstructing an officer. But like you say, Corey, I'd be interested to see what the final result was that when it went through the court system. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anyway, that was it for that video.
Yeah, this next one is a kind of a short one. It's graphic. It goes to showing you again, the dangers of a domestic call. And so, we thought we'd share this one just to, to continuously drive that point home that, you can't take these types of calls for services very lightly. And you never know. And so if a situation ever happens like this, this is why when the officers come to your residence, they may ask to cut, lights on so they can see. They'll have everybody sit down. You have to have control of the situation.
Yeah.
If you know it gets chaotic.
Go ahead, Corey.
No, go ahead. I was done.
No, the domestic violence calls can be some of the most dangerous calls because people could be emotionally, elevated, angry. A lot of stuff can come into play. An officer has to come in this situation and take control very fast. Make sure that scene is safe. And in this video, you're gonna see why. You're gonna see why.
Let's go here. And it is graphic, so be advised.
All right, you want to grab some pants or something? Yeah.
So they get called to this domestic. He, I think, beat up on his girlfriend or fiance. Get called to the residence. He just so happened to go to the bedroom, I guess, and try to lay down after it all happened. They come in, they make contact with him, and this is where we are.
I would suggest like some sweatpants, you know what I mean? Fuck, oh my God. All right, come on, let's go. All right. Listen, I could be taking you out in this right now, so grab your pants.
Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Drop the fucking gun! I got it. I'm here.
You want to grab some
It's a different body camera
angle right here.
I suggest like some sweatpants, you know what I mean?
You're gonna see how fast he decides to turn around and grab that gun underneath the mattress.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
All units, all units.
Drop the gun! 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 Drop the fucking gun! You got it.
That's it.
Yeah, good
But-
shoot. I would have shot him too. If he fighting with the officer to get a gun, he's got one hand. He's got the gun. The other officer's got a part of the gun. You're gonna get shot. Okay, you're gonna get shot in that situation, and that's the clear example of why officers need to be very careful of domestic violence calls, and so citizens don't get upset when officers are very direct. If they tell you to sit down, if they tell you to come over here, whatever they're telling you to do, this is why they have to make sure that it's safe enough for them to at least interview you and talk about what happened.
Yeah, he did go. One of the officers actually did get shot. I'm not sure which one it was in there. You don't see you don't even see who the officer is that shot him. But one officer did get shot during this, and you know, and reasoning behind having everybody sitting down or whatever. It's your house. You know that house. The officer doesn't. So we don't know where you have weapons hidden. They had no idea that this guy probably had a gun underneath the mattress.
Or that he was going to reach for it that fast.
Or that he was going to reach for it. And if you listened in the beginning, it was like, hey, you're being cool. This is why we're letting you just, you're going out like this. We're going to, just let you put some clothes on and walk on out. And then he just flips the script and decides, hey, I'm not going to jail tonight. Y'all going to have to take me down. Again, he made that choice, right? The officers didn't make that choice. He made that choice to go for that gun, right? Clearly. So, this is why, we don't like going on domestic calls. I hated going to a domestic call because you never know how it was going to turn out.
Yeah.
Right, Mike? You never know how it was going to turn out.
You never know. When you train to be a cop in the academy, they tell you that domestic violence calls can be some of the most dangerous calls you'll ever go to. And that's why. What you just saw is exactly why. So
exactly why. So, but we're gonna go ahead and wrap this one up. That was a bonus video we just threw in there to drive that point home again about domestic violence and officers coming to being called to those types of incidents and how they can turn south really quick. So again, if it's your first time watching it, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button for us. Don't forget to tune in next Thursday for another live video that we're going to do. And enjoy your weekend. Thank you all for watching. Mike?
No, enjoy your weekend. Everybody have a good one. And that's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote. So again, hit that like, share, and subscribe button for us. And we will see y'all next Thursday at 8:10. God bless you. Be safe. And remember to stay calm, comply, answer questions, listen,
and move
on. God bless you. We love you. And good night.
Peace.